Welcome back to this rebuild in Sussex save as we go into Season 7. An incredible performance by the team means we are now 4-time county championship winners and 3 times winner of the Blast. We are coming off a very disappointing final defeat in the Royal London Cup, which was the last trophy we needed to finish off the save. The treble continues to elude us and our batting has started to take a downturn. The county championship continues to be strong, an improbable average of 50 compared to everyone else in the competition, but our strike rate is lowering over time. The Blast continues to be a worry with a low strike rate, low average taking place, as opposed to being a team that had a high average and a reasonable strike rate. In the Royal London Cup, we're always one of the forefront sort of teams going into the competition, but just can't quite hold it down. The Championship, the bowling attack is the best around, the best there is, the best there was, and the best it will be every single year. The Blast, generally with the best bowling team around, time and time again, great strike rate, great economy rate. And the Royal London Cup is very much the same, we're just not winning the clutch moments. I have made some amendments to the ranking system, so here on the right gives you all the seasons together and we're the best team going around. But for the 2028 season, Worcestershire overall had a much better ranking than us. They finished 4th in the Championship, they had a good run in the Blast, better than us, and they won the Royal London Cup. But here in the middle, I've changed to a rolling 3-year system. So all your ratings from the 3 years are added together. If we look at just the county championship, for instance, and it's sorted to tell you who's the best team. So our 313 rating coming into the end of the 2028 season takes into account 2026 and 2027 as well. Just time and time again, getting it done. Best team every single season. The Blast on the season, Essex went and won, but the rankings still has us as number 1, and that's due to us being a 3-time winner, and we've been number 1 in those rankings for 5 seasons in a row. And interesting enough, the Royal London Cup is the first time we've come to the top of the rankings, and that's purely down to over the last 3 years we've had a runners-up, a semi-final, a quarter-final. Every time we are performing exceptionally consistent across all formats. Team titles has had a bit of a jazz up. I've put the 100 in here as well, and it shows that Baz the leader currently has 9 titles to his name, 4 seasons at Sussex, 4 county championships and 2 Blasts, so 6 with us, 1 Royal London Cup with Durham, 100 with Leeds and 1 county championship with Somerset. Most of the players on here are our players because we're winning most of the competitions, but there is 200 titles there for Luke Wood, who's got 6 titles to his name, and we need to get stuck into some contract action. Coming off a good season without setting the world alight. England would like to take us, not quite yet, I've got work to do. And Ben Slater has saved us the job of releasing him by retiring from the team. It's a good career for Ben Slater. He averaged 50 in the Royal London Cup in his career. Games for Sussex and Nottinghamshire. Nottinghamshire he averaged 63, averaged 42 for us, 9 centuries in that time. County Championship didn't quite click for us, but was probably past his best. And he even got a couple of games in the Blast, but his strike rate of 114 wasn't going to cut it. But overall in the Royal London Cup, a highly successful player. Ali Orr's contract is up for renew, that's a given. Carter's is up for renew as well, he's now 60,000. George Garton has been brilliant for a year on year. Finn Hudson-Prentice, if you look at the most wickets in the Royal London Cup so far, it's Finn Hudson-Prentice. 118 at 24, a strike rate of 24, economy rate of 6. Excellent performer, and has got it done in the Blast for us as well. Matt Critchley is up. His salary's coming down and so is his performances, but I'm still going to give him 2 years. Jack Carlson is England quality, so I'm going to hold on to him. Sam Cook, excellent. And Chowdhury was amazing when it came to playing in the Blast. I'm going to let Atkins go. He didn't play for us at all last year. Steve Smith isn't going to get another contract, and Tom Alsop, I believe, isn't going to play heaps for us. He is getting some gigs overseas. Going to give him a 1-year deal. Astle looks like he's improved. He's now 27,000 a year for a spinning all-rounder, so I'm all over that. And I'm going to give Young Williams a 2-year deal as well. So it gives us a squad size of 30, and we've got 3,000 remaining. We are absolutely all out of cash. which looks like it could be a massive shame because there is a player here worth 72,000. Matteson. Domestic-wise, who's available? Is there anyone that kind of takes a fancy? Ben Aitchison's available with his 73 wickets from last year. Scott Marlowe's available. He's been excellent in the save so far, only 25 years old with 11 centuries. But the fact is, we don't have any money to buy anyone. So we are going to have to do it hard. I want to keep investing in the youth team and I want to keep investing in coaching. So out of all the windows we've done, this window is officially shut. Let's do this. We move on. We move into a new season. And despite all our success last year, for the first time in quite a long time, if we look at every single year, it's pretty much us, Nottinghamshire have the most income. And that's derived from what their baseline is and then what they get for the Championship, Blast and Royal London Cup. And we are in second. And our contracts are in third. Leicestershire with the smallest contract, 758,000. Interesting enough, when I spoke about how good Worcestershire have been with their bowling attack, this is the amount of rating points that they earned during last season with the sum of the contracts. So their contract wasn't the biggest, but it was certainly the most impactful. So we're ready, but we've got some problems. Bunter's away in IPL duty and is injured. Finn Hunt's apprentice is injured. And Tom Haynes is also injured. Gloucestershire, who have long been the worst team in the game, if we look at just county championship cricket, they have been very, very poor, but likewise have had a couple of promotions thrown in along with some very dismal seasons. We're a bit uncertain, like we could end up really short of players here when it comes to the Blast and the Royal London Cup. Yes, we've got a squad size of 30, but there's not that many players. So for the start of the season, it won't be Tom Haynes is unavailable. We're going to go to the services of Matt Critchley as captain. Sam Cook is available, who was very good last year. Ollie Robinson, Garton, Critchley. Baz DeLeader's going to take the other seamer role. We have got Jofra Archer available. There's no one else really that it looks like could come in. We could be seriously short of players for the Royal London Cup. Batting wise, Haynes is injured for 4 weeks, so Ella is going to open up with Orr, Elbert at 3, Carter at 4, Pollock at 5. Haynes unavailable, Bunter unavailable, Bradley unavailable. So all those kind of key core guys just not around. And it's match drawn. Early doors, 484 we score. Ellery moves up to opener and scores 143. That's a hell of a knock for a very reasonable player averaging 57 from 40 games. No international duties so far, but excited about what he can do. Middle of the order as well. Bracey, Carter, Pickens all getting runs. But then interesting enough, Notts, who spend a lot of money, earned a lot of money last year and performed really well. Miller's been great. Duckett's one of the best international players on the game. A 38 international average, 52 in one-day cricket from 90 games. He scores 132. Young Terry Brown gets it done. That's a good start for him. Just the 1 century last year, but back-to-back averages of 60. Montgomery and Liam Patterson-White really stifled us, struggled to do it, and then we just worked our way through to the draw. Let Pickens score 100 because we was running out of time and pretty happy. Was slightly concerned about this bowling attack with Garton and Baz DeLeader going round the park. So Jofra Archer's going to come in for Baz DeLeader. We get home by 7 wickets. A good run chase, to be fair. 238 in 83 overs. We had about a day to knock him off and we used most of it. Albert with 94, looking really good. Solid start to the season for him. Albert with 100 in the first innings as well. And wickets spread around. We don't look ultra intrusive with the ball so far. Oh, that's a good one. He's improved his batting technique. Go Glenn. I am questioning what we do with Matt Critchley, who I've made captain, but since his going, that's just a really poor start to the season, isn't it? We're going to leave him in for now, but it is something I'm thinking about. Jack Carlson. Yeah, it's solid. It's an innings and 31. We did enough in the first innings. 476. Carter, 118. Big year this for a lot of these young lads. Carter's 26. He's been with us a while, but he's only played 40 first-class games, so time to move on, time to kick in and score a lot of runs. Ellery as well, 26, 42 games. It's not that many, is it? Also 2 internationals, T20 internationals to his name. 100 for Matt Critchley down the order as well. I love Matt Critchley. In real life, what a player. On this, again, what a player. Good performance. Good to see young players scoring good runs. Carter's improved their play against spin to the limit. Astle improves his bowling. We lose a couple of players to England. Tom Haynes is fit and Astle gets another boost with the ball. Does offer the question of who do we replace him with. We actually haven't got someone that's ready. We've got one seamer. We've got Curry. Oh, we are going to be so short for the Royal London Cup. Baz de Leader comes back in. That is such a strange old game. We batted first in the most horrendous overcast conditions against Finch, against Pennington and Dan Douthwaite, who's a strike rate king on this game. And we got rolled, except for Ellery stepping up with 109. What a start to the season for that young man. They go and take about a 200 plus 240 run lead. This guy, Nirav Joglekar, scored a lot of runs. A hell of a lot of runs. Second century of the season, 2 last year. We're way behind the game. And then the weather comes good and it's an absolute road. Ali Orr sets the record for the highest score on the game so far. 334 from 394 balls. Runs all around the wicket. It's a brand new record. The 38th first class century to his name. His first one of the season. He's already got about 500 runs. Albert goes and bags a ton. Both of them are 1,000-year run masters. I am ultra concerned about our bowling attack though. We just have not got very many options. There's a bit of overcast stuff going on here. You could at a push go for 2 spinners. Oh, Jofra Archer's back. Get him in. 7 wickets. We do it. We get the W. That's all that matters. We go and beat Gloucestershire, who got promoted. Young Paul Pollock with a century to his name. He's had a... he did well last year, didn't he? He did well last year, but he's making it here. 5 centuries from 30 first-class matches now. He's done really well for us in different competitions, but he bats so slow. It makes it incredibly difficult. Astle goes and improves his bowling technique again. I tell you what, we may have a player on our hands here. And we're about to be stripped. Carlson, Robinson, Bradley, Bunter, they're all away on different various international duties. And Ollie Robinson going does leave us a bit of a gap. The pitch looks like it could be a spinner. Do we go for young Astle for the very first time? Play 2 spinners. Can I set it up? I think I have it on a spinning wicket. It is on a spinning wicket. We're going to try it. I'm going to try 2 spinners. I probably need to concentrate on winning because we're not winning all the games at the moment and we're definitely not top of the league. But we're going to try it. We're going to bat first, bat big. Spinners, 4th innings. Did it work? Well, Matt Critchley got 7 wickets. Astle, 1 for 67, 1 for 85. Might not have quite worked, but we did enough to get the victory. No centuries to a name. Pickens with a 70. Albert with a really well-made 90, which kind of held this whole innings together. Everyone batted around him. Gives us the win. Second place by 4 points after 6 games. This is going to be a tight season. Ellery goes and improves their front foot batting to the limit. And Pickens has improved his batting technique. I like that. In fact, the thing we're going to do with Pickens now, that's just ticked over. Keep calling him Pickens, it's Pollock. Don't know why I do that. Is we are going to work on his aggression, which is timely because we're going into T20 season. And we're going to give a debut to Astle in the T20 Blast as well. Haynes comes back into the team. It's not our strongest Blast team we've ever had. In fact, I'd say it's one of the weakest in years. Wow. It's worked. Astle's come in on debut in T20 cricket and taken 5 for. Average of 3. Strike rate of not many. Economy rate of 4.5. He's won us the game. 2 for 2. It's a 20-run victory. Runs at the top is what we really struggled with last year. And Ali Orr is already starting to look like his old self. Back-to-back 50s. That is absolutely key for us doing very well here. Astle, none for 21, but it's going at 5s. What a young player. And we get a teeny tiny little boost. Bradley is back. We get home by 13, a match we didn't deserve to win. Alior, back-to-back-to-back 50s now to go with that 334, which is a complete ridiculous sort of score. They were cruising in this, absolutely cruising, and then the big turnaround. George Garden, 3 wickets in the 7th over was huge, and then Jofra Archer, a run out and 2 wickets to take us home. 9-wicket win. We bowled them out for 112. Finn Hudson-Prentice ran through the middle order. Bang, bang, bang. As in a hat-trick Hudson-Prentice across this over and then 2 here. And we actually have only got Baz de Leader as a seamer that can come into the team. Well, this Royal London Cup is going to be so poor. It's another win. We're just ticking over quite nice here. Tom Haynes getting some runs. Is that his first 50 of the campaign? No, second, but a 1 and a 0 to go with it. So it shows he's just trying to work his way up to form. It's a good scorecard. Decent strike rates. People chipping in. And then Jofra Archer with 5. Astle with 4. He's been consistent. There was one game they got hold of him a little bit. But overall, so happy with him. We finally lose, but it's not because of the bowling. Jofra Archer with another one. 4 for 15 here to go with this. 5 for 15 the game before. Batting, it's been going okay, but it definitely led us down just a little bit there. Baz de Leader can come back out as well because Sam Cook is available. Batting lineup as a whole looking all good. Albert's 109 strike rate worries me immensely, but obviously not enough to change. Hey, here's Forrest. This is the guy that topped the County Championship runs charts last year, averaging 15 in T20 cricket. That's an over. 4, 8, 9, 15, 19, 23 from it. It's another hat-trick for Finn Hudson-Prentice. Come on down. Just getting it done. They're going big and they're losing wickets. We end up bowling them out. 143 all out. Hudson-Prentice 3 for 23. Astle 3 for 24. The batting wasn't great. We're in strife. And then, well done. Bradley, big contribution. That playing international T20 cricket, so he should be pretty good at this game. And we beat Surrey as well. Alior with 59. Tom Haynes 55. Bradley added a few as well. But the bowling got it done. I thought we was in trouble. Will Jacks was going and then Jason Roy was going. But just enough. Ticking away. Kicking away at the wickets. Played 8. 7 wins, 1 loss. Look at the net run rate. Almost +2. I'm going for a change here. I'm actually bringing in Finn Hudson-Prentice into the championship team. The other thing, I said we've not got much money this year. I'm just trying to work out why that is. And I think if we look at it, Bunter's an England contract. Bradley is now an England contract as well, which is really good. Jofra Archer's England, Robinson's England. So I was thinking something might have happened where one of our players is no longer an England contract. Also, Baz de Leader's contract is up soon. And for 85 grand, he's won a lot of titles. We're not getting a lot from him. We've just got to stop and appreciate one of the great knocks. 262 for Bradders from 399 balls. He's playing all format international cricket. He's only 24 years old. He scored 262. No one else scored 50 in this score of almost 500. So I just lost a bit of the recording and this happened. We ended up topping the T20 Blast group. Not a surprise, we were playing relatively good cricket, a plus 1.67 net run rate, tied at the top with Kent, who did very well, and Yorkshire got 1 more point than us in the North group. And then we played Durham in the quarterfinals, but just as we topped the group, things started to change a little bit. The batters weren't quite performing in the final. We sneaked out 159, not really a match-winning score, and Durham went and knocked it off with almost 2 overs to spare. Ben Stokes still going strong at the age of 38 years old. 7,000 test match runs, almost 5,000 one-day runs. Specimen of a cricketer. Average 45 in the Blast with a 156 strike rate. They get it done. They go through to the final, play against Somerset. Somerset score 172, which is a reasonably good score with Will Smead in the team and Tom Banton. And then in reply, Durham fall short. Ben Stokes fails and the team fails. Somerset pick up the win. And Somerset are the first time they've won the T20 Blast since it started. We're a 3-time Blast winner. But 2 years on the trot, we have not looked anywhere near like winning it. Royal London Cup and County Championship, that's where it's at. County Championship with 4 games to go is looking really strong. We're only 8 points clear of Yorkshire, so it's much tighter than it has been. And you normally need somewhere, two teams have won it with just 9 victories, but we've done it with 11 victories, 252, 254, 257 and 218 points. So if we can pick up another 4 victories, take us up to that 10-win victory, then we're going to be plain sailing. And we cruise past Yorkshire, 553 for 8. It could have been more. Ali Orr with a bit of a fail. Just moved him across to keeper in this game. Dropped James Bracey, who's having a poor season, because we've got Matt Bradley back available from international duty. He's only 24 years old, averaging 50 in the first class game. 37 in international cricket. He was back. Pickens is in form. He goes and scores 112. Good knock from Pickens. He was our year 1 second youth player that came through. He's got a career average of 49 in first class cricket, averaging 62 this year. That's exceptional. Albert with 157. He's in great form, averaging 63 this year. He's doing excellent. And Ellery just continues to keep Tom Haynes somehow out of the first 11. Bowlers getting it done. Baz the leader. This was all about the second day. It got to whereabouts are we? It was around here. Yeah, between here we took a stack load of wickets, got them 7 or 8 down, blew them away, puts us top by quite a distance. And so it is. Royal London Cup. Surely year number 8, year number 7, get it right, can be our year. And who are we without? 1, 2, 3, 4. Allsop's gone. No, Cook's gone. The leader. Albert, Eyre, Archer, Orr, Garton, Carlson, Pickens. We said because we ran out of money at the start, are we going to be able to put a team out? That is what we're left with. And we just get a team out. Archie Lenham, Delray Rawlins, Finn Hudson-Prentice has got to be in that starting lineup. He has been class in this type of competition for us for a long, long time. Ollie Carter continues to miss out. Wonderful player in real life, 27 years old. Done nothing. Can't get a game for us, but I just keep egging him on. Lee's also going to miss out. So we've got no rotation. We've got one spare seamer, Hodgson, who's our new seamer that's just come through the youth ranks. But it's going to be Haynes, Carter, Glenn, Murphy, who's played no cricket for us, 23 years old, 29.5 grand contract. So decent. Going to move him down to number 6. The ball's in, averaging 21. That could be a problem, but we'll see how he goes. Bracey, who's been pretty good for us, Murphy, Hudson-Prentice, Astle, who's our young all-rounder, was pretty reasonable with a 7.42 economy rate going on in the T20 Blast. Curry, Duckworth, Robinson. It's not great, but it's what we've got. It's the situation we're in this competition time and time again. Hopefully we're going to win the toss, bat and score some runs. When I said let's get some runs, only one person took that up, and that was Scotty Carter with a nice 100 off 110 balls while there was chaos raining all around him. First class average of 44, 1 day average of 44. Just good when he gets a game, and we almost pulled off victory with some good bowling. 3 for Duckworth, 2 for Robinson, 4 for young Astle. He's going to be an absolute goldmine. And James Bracey is out for 5 weeks. James Bracey is not our only keeper. Carter's going to get a game. Welcome to the team. Right, the bowling's looking really good. The batting is looking weak as. We bowled them out for 192. Duckworth with 3, Robbo with 3, Astle with 2. Just really well spread around. We bowled magnificently. But top order, nothing from the top 5. 5 for 75 until Murphy comes along and scores 73. Bats beautifully, 107 balls. Takes the team home for victory in his 3rd ever game of professional cricket. And young Astle goes and scores his first 50 in professional cricket. So some good, some bad. It's a good win. 197 all out Somerset. This was the biggie. Evans and Labuschagne batting together, batting quite well. Put on 61, and then Hudson-Prentice went bang bang, got through them both. He ended up with 3 for 32 bowled. Absolutely brilliant. And the batters took us home. Glenn was 78. That's a really good performance from him. 1 century to his name from 27 games, but this was really good. A really good team performance to take us home. 2-1, 3rd place. Oh my god. I was just about to wax lyrical and say, my god, we've got it. 388 for 6. Carter 135. Glenn 121. They share a massive 213 partnership. And we still lose. Bowlers couldn't get it done. Rob Yates, he's got hundreds against us before, 180 off 129 balls. A career day for him, and what a day it is. We're 2 for 2. Glenn gets an improvement, as does Murphy again. And we're going to make a change. I'm going to take out Curry. I'm going to bring in young Hodgson, right arm, fast. I thought we were going to do it again. We backed really well again, 337. Tom Haynes, 116 off 89 balls. Just immense player. Can't get a game for us this year, but still averaging 47 this year in this competition. 48 overall. Run machine. Carter with another 93. He's doing really well. And they were looking like they were going to win this. When Mulder and Kevin were batting together, I was like, we are in the mud here. 104 run partnership. But we just managed to get through them with James Hodgson going and taking 3 for 49. I'll take a bit of that. Bowlers are going around the park a bit at the moment though. It's another loss. We're not even going to make it. We're runners up the previous year, and they go and knock off 304 for 6. Pretty short. What a player. Fraser Middleton, young promising player in real life, starting to make some inroads on the game now at 27, averaging 42 in the Championship, 34 in other cricket. It's a bit of a big year, but pretty sure is box office on this game. Incredible player in real life. Doesn't feel like he's liked by the Indian regime at the top, but great player. 6 games down, 2 to go. We're 2 points behind and needing a miracle. We haven't got a lot of options. Bull, look at this. Carter's averaging 15. Bull's averaging 21. I'm going to take Bull out and bring in Lee. We needed that. We needed a staple win. We needed a net run rate win. And we knock off 170 for 7. But we were trying to go for it from 33 overs. And the story of the game, young James Hodgson, 3 for 12, all coming in the power play. Does mean we're 1 point behind Hampshire, 2 behind Essex. And that net run rate could come into play because if Essex don't go through or don't win their next game, and it's going to be a bit of a shootout to be fair, because Essex, well, we're playing against them. 2nd versus 4th, Hampshire against Gloucester. So what it comes down to is, can you win 1 game of cricket? Team's going to be unchanged. Lee came in, 33. I'll take a bit of that. Bowling attack, generally is bowling okay, but there's just these games where they're going for heaps. And to qualify, we're going to have to bat well. We're chasing 287 to win. Herbert with 100 off basically 100 balls, but look at that for form. Runs, 3 centuries in the competition, averaging 56. He's had a great time, and we do it. We cruise 287 for 2. Haynes and Carter 92 and 104 for those two. 181 run partnership. Carter is quite the player in this competition. 4 centuries here, 7 centuries in one-day cricket, averaging 49. That is an incredible record, and it's going to be enough to put us into the quarter-finals, finishing 2nd with the 2nd best net run rate going around against Leicestershire. And we do have changes available. Ali Orr can come in and bat in the middle order. That is gold because he can keep wicket as well. Bowling wise, I'm going to go for a change for Finn Hudson-Prentice. He's going at over 60s. He's averaging 39. And I'm going to go all-rounder. Baz the leader coming in. We're still a 3-star rated team. I've not got the best team out. They are a 5-star rated team. Leicestershire, best team in this competition because not many of their players go on and play at the top level in the 100. And they've also got Rian Ahmed. Similar. 279 we're going to have to chase. Crayshaw with 75, Dix with 47, Mount with 43, Rian Ahmed with 24. Rian Ahmed turns into a stud on this game. Where is he? 256 test match wickets at 28. Oh, he's not quite as good. I'm doing an England offline save. He's a lot better than this. And he's very much the way on this save. We just can't quite get it done. We make another quarter final. We've been to the quarters, we've been to the semis, we've been to the final. And we're just not good enough with the bat here. Carter with 50, batted really, really well. Excellent campaign for him once again. One of the best Royal London Cup players going around. Ali Orr came in and made a meaningful impact of 49, but low scores throughout. Lose by 59. And Leicestershire, the best Royal London team in the competition, bar none, year on year, are in the final. But we return to the County Championship with a massive win against a good Hampshire team. Their batting lineup's really good. Fraser Middleton's a good player in this. Tom Press a good player. Finlay Bean's a good player. I'm pretty sure, every year should sign him. Didn't sign him. He goes and scores 100. They are looking really good. Our batting lineup, it's just not been great. We're winning games of cricket, but it's not been great. No one went big, but meaningful contributions all the way down the top 6 put us in a good position. Baz the leader with a big 5 for 39, but in all honesty, we got the better of the cup bowling conditions. We lost 3 hours for rain, and then we knocked them off relatively easy. Ellery with yet another century. He's been great in first class cricket for us this year. Now 5 centuries, averaging 64, and it does mean with 2 games to go, we've got a 40-point lead. And some good news, Brace is back to play again. Murphy's improved his batting technique, so has Glenn. And Leicester should go and do it. 3-2-7 all out in the final. Win by 104 wickets shared all around. Rian Ahmed with the non-for, but they're good enough to get past Middlesex. That's a hell of an effort by Leicestershire. They'll be the number 1 ranked team in Royal London Cup cricket next year. So this is the crunch game. 2 games to go. We're 40 points ahead of Surrey, and we're playing Surrey. And Glenn, who's just had an improvement to his batting, is going to be out, averaging 89 from the 1 game he's played. But Tom Haynes, excellent Tom Haynes, is fine. Oh, Bradley's available. Bradders is coming in. He's high quality Bradders, averaging 37 in Test cricket. Great player. And with the ball, maybe we're getting to the end of the tether with people like George Garton. I know he's been in and out a couple of times over the years, but maybe we are getting near the end. We'll win this game, send him off in style. The fight for the title, for the first time maybe, is going absolutely down to the wire. We've been obliterated by 130 runs here. Ben Folkes man of the match for his 87. Bowled them out for 218, thinking everything's looking good. Baz the leader just starting to find some really nice form. Back-to-back fifers going on. We score 239. Nothing from the top order other than Scotty Carter coming into the team. A career average of 45, averaging 49 this year. That's good, but I still don't pick him all the time. They score 299. They set a very reasonable 278 to win. Lose Ali Orr in the first over. Brian Bunter, our England star, goes and does nothing, gets out for 2. And then another England star, Matt Bradley, gets out for single digits. And we're pretty much just blown away. And it means we've got a 21-point cushion going into the final game of the season. Looks like Worcestershire, who's been an excellent team for the last few years, are going to get relegated. Hampshire on the way down. Lancashire and Leicestershire on the way up. Love to see Leicestershire doing well. And we're doing it without Ali Orr, who is out injured. So it does mean Tom Haynes is coming back in. The king returns. Can you call him a king when you just don't pick him? Also, Sam Cook is available. And I think what I'm going to do, even though he's... who do we drop? Archer's in terrible form. Sam Cook's going to come in. George Garton's going to top the wicket charts again. Problem though, bringing in Tom Haynes, we've got no wicket keeper. James Bracey does need to come back into this lineup. Where do I bring him in? Oh, and Albert's available. He averages 63. Crikey, how do we get everyone in? I think I'm going to go for a shorter bowling attack. We've just got to get some runs on the board. I think I'm going to bring in Albert for Matt Critchley, captain, dropped. And just going with 4 seamers. And we end up with a match drawn. Albert with 128. Very good not coming back into the team. 12 games this year, 1,300 runs out. Albert's had a great season. Brian Bunter came in and scored 100. Just not enamoured with what he's done all the time. I don't know if I've got a greater expectation of him. 4 centuries, average of 47 in the games he's played is a pretty good return. We just managed to do enough. We hold on. We were trying to knock off the runs. We were going at 4s, but it just wasn't to be. But we do get 10 points, and with 216 points, we have secured the County Championship again. So we finished the campaign with a magnificent 5th County Championship trophy in the 5th on the bounce. Leicestershire were in the Royal London Cup. Somerset the Blast. Lancashire promoted. Couple of interesting points. Middlesex, worst team in the Blast, 2 years on the trot getting the wooden spoon. Northamptonshire collect their 2nd and 3rd year Royal London Cup wooden spoon. Middlesex, the worst team in the County Championship. We've got some thinking to do next year. We've got Pollock and Ellery, both up for contracts. Murphy and Lee, who both played a little bit of Royal London Cup, and we need to keep the size of the squad. Albert's available again, but we lose him for the Royal London Cup. Allsop and Carter both up. I think Carter's got to go at 36 grand. That's way too expensive. That's the leaders up at 85,000. Given that we had no money this year, that's going to be a difficult one. But the contracts all throughout the board. Curry, Lenham, Robinson, Duckworth. Hodgson's a contract. There's lots and lots for us to do. But overall, I think we've got to be pretty satisfied with where we are in the save. 5 championship wins. The Royal London Cup, we've made the quarterfinals at least 6 years on the trot with the runners up and 2 semis thrown in. 3-time T20 Blast winner, however, our form is going down in that. Albert with the most runs in the championship from just 12 games, 1,337. Had been on him for a long time. Turned out to be a great signing. Ellery, good signing. Good signing. Good young player, done really well, 5 centuries. Ali Orr, this is a down year for Ali Orr, 1,000 runs. But I still think it's good enough. He's averaged 47. He's just not had an Ali Orr type year. Bunter with 1,000 runs. Pollock just under 1,000 runs, averaging 55. That's not bad. Carter pretty good when he played, averaging 49. Bradley averaging 51, but I've got a higher ceiling for him. With the ball, George Garton, top wicket taker again. Done it so many times. 2 fifers. Economy rates through the roof. Baz the leader's economy rates through the roof, as is Matt Critchley's. So we're lacking a bit of control when we've got those guys, but throughout the team, very, very good. Royal London Cup, Astle, 21 at 22. I'd take that any day of the week. Robinson, good. Duckworth, good. Finn Hudson-Prentice, maybe his time is coming to an end at 33 years old. His peak has been very, very good in these competitions for us, in any white ball competition. Carter's been great in this competition as well. Last year, this year, 4 centuries. Haynes, Glenn. But then there's a huge drop-off. We're lacking a little bit of depth for the Royal London Cup. Not quite sure how we address that in the transfer window. Brad is with the most runs. That's the current year. He's played in multiple competitions. And I don't know why it's just given us a few names. So overall, pretty decent year. We'll get all the stats cleaned up ready for next year and be good to go again. We've got a big year ahead of us. We're getting to that point in the save where a lot of our key players are getting to a certain age. We've got to hold on to and make the most of them, and we've got to win that Royal London Cup. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.